It was good having beers with you this weekend,
dude. That was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
That was real fun.
Like I've never seen you like I haven't had the pleasure of seeing like turnt to Ross, and you weren't turnt. You weren't super turnt.
I was
you
getting
were
there.
like turnt enough.
I could have been.
You were still drinking when I left, though.
Yeah, dude. I was like, when the beer starts pouring, I start drinking them.
Yeah, dude. You drink like I drink. You drink fast.
I drink fast. Yeah.
So
especially the first two. So my typical thing is, I'll have the first one like goes just down. It just
really?
And then the second one pretty fast as well, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. I start nursing them.
They're all going fast.
But man, like that place was awesome.
Yeah, Smart Mouth is cool.
Super cool. The pizza was outstanding.
Yeah, the pizza's always good. So they, I think they work together with what's it called?
Bakehouse.
Bakehouse. Yeah. And which is located in Norfolk. So if you're in Hampton Roads area, you know about Smart Mouth. It's a brewery that used to be a post office that they repurposed, which it's probably a great footprint to have a brewery in because you have all that storage space.
Yeah.
That you used to use to store packages or whatever, that you can set up all the brewing equipment and everything. But no, that's like one of 3 breweries in Hampton Roads that used to be post offices.
Oh.
So yeah, you got Reaver Beach in Norfolk, and then you have the other Smart Mouth in Norfolk as well.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. It was a blast, dude.
Dude,
Thanks
it was
coming
so
out.
fun. Yeah. How'd you feel with the turnout? It was like,
I felt it was good for what we wanted to accomplish.
Yeah.
For my nonprofit, Love Shells, a nonprofit that focuses on supplemental and outpatient treatment for people who suffer from domestic or mental health, addiction, and we're also going to have a domestic violence survivor advocacy component as well.
Okay.
And so I think for what we want to accomplish, just get eyes on it, make connections. I mean, we had people reach out from Town Bank, from a bunch of people, a bunch of companies, a bunch of companies here in the area that already have like a charity component to their companies. They're reaching out, so it worked out way better than what I thought it was. So just excited to grow the nonprofit and help a lot of people. So it was awesome.
Yeah.
And anytime, like, we got some of the questions like, how do you have an event that is supposed to be focused on addiction at a brewery, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
we got that a little bit, and so we had some non-alcoholic options.
Yeah.
That Smart Mouth provided. Thank you, Smart Mouth, for providing that. But we also had a non-alcoholic beverage truck that came out and just did these fancy teas. It was Wired Up 757, which is an awesome Ray. Those folks are awesome, and they really do some really cool stuff with teas. I mean, you don't expect you can do like really dope shit with teas, but I guess you can because they figured it out. So. Yeah, man.
Well, if you're looking to raise money, you have to go to an event, or you got to go to a place where they serve food and alcohol, because that brings people out. Right. And it's social.
It's like the status quo, right? And like it's become like the standard with fundraising. And while we want everyone to be happy, we really want to cater to the people who's going to be giving us money.
Yep.
And those people like to drink. And they like to be festive and all that. So yeah man, it was really cool, man.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on at the oceanfront this weekend. What was it? Another thing that was probably conflicting is
a Point Break Festival, which was huge.
Yeah,
it was massive. You see pictures from that, and it was, I think, a collective of 100,000 people.
Whoa!
They had something like 54,000 the first night or the first day, and then going into the evening shows, it ramped up because that's when the better acts go on. Yeah, you had like 311. And you had was a bunch of great acts there. So
did you get a chance to check any of them out?
No, I didn't. Because Saturday, if you're not going, the tickets were a little pricey. So if you went, and also I like reggae music, but I like reggae music as a background. Like if you're having a party in the backyard, or you're, just hanging out, reggae music in the background is awesome. Yeah. But I'm not so sure that I would go out of my way and spend a lot of money to see reggae music live, so. But,
all right, cool. we're going to do a quick pause right here. I got to switch. I just noticed that we're looking away from one another.
All right. Oh, yeah. That's like, is that not your good side? This is definitely not my good side. I don't know if I have one. We had the photographer asking this weekend, it's like, what's your good side? I was like,
there we go.
You tell me.
Oh,
because
she came in with a mission.
Yeah, she was on it.
Yeah, I was gonna try to say hello.
Megan Riley. Yeah. So she's a photographer in the area. She did our wedding. She does a bunch of events.
Oh, okay.
Bunch of photography. So hit her up as well.
Yeah. Well, she looked like she wanted no part of me. I was a little butthurt.
Really? Were you? I don't know. I think she was just tunnel vision with what she was trying to be there to accomplish. So, maybe you should have just like tripped her while she walked by.
Like, don't you know who I am?
Man.
I know who I am. I'm the dude playing the dude. Disguised. So we actually, if anybody who was live streaming, we tried to live stream the actual charity event this past weekend, and we had a couple of viewers log in and let us know if you like the live stream, because one of the things I think we're going to want to try in the future with this is actually
more live stream.
Yeah. And so we can get some interaction, we get some comments. That's the kind of cool thing about doing the whole live stream, is that we get our viewers involved as well, and we can kind of like respond to them. So if they got questions about Antoine and his fight game, you can go
past tense fight game. No, but there's a lot of cool shit that goes on in Hampton Roads. Hampton Roads is starting to turn into like people who live and from Hampton Roads. We talk shit about Hampton Roads, but it's one of those things. It's like your brother or your sister. Like, I can talk shit about them, but you're not going to talk shit about, And because Hampton Roads is actually really cool, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's starting to turn to a smaller version of like Northern Virginia. Like, there's always something going on every weekend. The weather is pretty nice. It's hot as shit right now. It's 105 degrees.
Dude, our air conditioner can't keep up.
Yeah, it's so nuts. But there's always something cool going on year round. Everything that's going on with the construction at the oceanfront, it's turned into a very desirable vacation destination on the East Coast. So, and we take it for granted because we're here.
Yeah.
But it's very cool. Yeah. It's all things considered.
Yep. Come to find out, Wendy came across a video saying that Virginia Beach is in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest beach in the world.
Really?
Yeah. The longest, not the longest public or the longest vacation beach or usable beach. There was, I can't remember the exact what it was for, but yeah, I was like, oh, that's fascinating. Plus, it is the largest city, Virginia Beach specifically, is the largest city in Virginia. Not the most populated, but the largest
city as far as footprint. And that is true, because Virginia Beach is big. Like, you can leave one side of Virginia Beach and try to drive to the other side of Virginia Beach, and it takes you an hour.
Yeah,
easily. Like, if you leave Pungo and try to go to Shore Drive, it's almost an hour.
It's almost an hour. Yeah, and especially on the depending on the traffic, it could be for sure an hour.
Yeah,
because there's no. And we had a student that was taking lessons for a while, and he worked. He was a private company, and he worked for the city. They contracted him to work out the roads or the transportation roads for when there was supposed to be a basketball arena coming in here. And they were just like, there is no way. We can't build more roads. We can't widen the roads just because of all the water levels and all the ground, because we're so close to, what's the word when you're on the elevation is like, we're sea level. We're at sea level. And so like, for instance, Hilltop took so long because what I understood is dealing with the runoff of the water, because it's so close to that waterway. When you get closer to going down Laskin, I guess the water table was saturated. So they had to figure out a way to get rid of the water so the roads wouldn't collapse. So at least they did that. That's
whoever said that is a lazy motherfucker. Because there has to be a way to widen out the roads so we can bring like at least enough to bring build an arena to bring a team here.
Yeah.
Because we have the Norfolk Scope, we have the Hampton Coliseum, we got the TED. I mean, we have a bunch of large areas that can already house professional basketball teams. The Charlotte Hornets used to play here at the Norfolk Scope. Like, so it can happen. It just turns into building that travel infrastructure.
The infrastructure, yeah.
And so, they can get in and out.
And he said there was no way to deal with 40,000 people and vehicles and cars. He's like, we can't build more roadways. He's like, and that's where he was the big advocate of the light rail coming through.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And he was like, that's the only way you could manage that amount of people. So it was fascinating.
I'm not a huge fan of like large groups, and that's another reason why, kind of going back to the Point Break Fest and the music festival thing. I love live music.
Yeah.
I hate large crowds.
Yeah.
So you have to. Yeah. Like we went to see Creed last year at the amphitheater.
So good.
And it was such a good show. Such a good show. And we were in like the VIP, like the boxes or suites, whatever you call them. Mm-hmm. Like that's the only way to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the days of like, I used to, when I was younger, go to like Metallica and all the heavy metal stuff, like Iron Maiden, all that. And like we'd do the mosh pit and all that. And I'm like, hell no anymore. I'm like, mm-mm.
Can you imagine your broken ass trying to mosh anything?
That ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
Dude. It's like, I feel like because I'm big and I work out. So I'm pretty like tensile, as far as people go. But I can easily imagine me doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like mosh pitting or like going out. Shit that I would have not blinked the eye at 30 or my 20s, early 30s. Now I'm like, no, nah.
Would you
injury waiting to happen?
Would you ever get back in the ring
for the right fight and right money? Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we're like I'm still like I train regularly.
Yeah.
Like, I will fight Jake Paul in a heartbeat. I beat the fuck out of Jake Paul. Just saying. It's one of those things to where you still think, you got it.
Yeah.
And you see yourself having it, but there's really only one way to find out. Get in there and test it. So that's why when we see some fights like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, you're like, I can get it. Like on one side of the coin, you're asking yourself, well, why is Mike doing this? He has plenty of money. There's really no reason for him to do this. But, you want to test your vigor sometimes, man. You want to get in there and like knuckle up and kind of remember what you used to be and remind people that there's still some of that left.
Oh, yeah.
So I get it.
Going through a fight camp again, though, would that be in your current situation? Like, would you put your body through that again? And if there was, let's say the equivalent to a Keyshawn Davis, in your weight class, would you? Because there's not probably that much money.
Yeah. There's that. That wouldn't be smart. Like I'll take one of these old man super fights. Okay. Sure. Like if they were like, you fight Rampage. Yeah. Because that was actually on the table for me one time.
Oh.
Yeah. To fight Rampage in a boxing match. In an MMA match also. And then they were like, well, would you do a boxing match? I was like, yeah, I'm good either way. But yeah, something like that. But it doesn't make sense for you to go in there against one of these dudes that is like young, hungry. Yeah. Like it's just different. The levels are different from somebody who is doing that to eat and trying to make it there to somebody who's like there, like me. I have a family. I own a business. Like my priorities have shifted from that. Yeah. So yeah. Just that hunger to do it. It's just like, like you ever heard like music from like your favorite band or a great band and like that freshman and sophomore album is like so hot. And then the next album comes, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? Yep. Because they're not hungry anymore. They don't need it. Yeah. They're just trying to make music. They have people ghostwriting for them and, their energy for it has just dropped drastically. Yeah.
A couple episodes we were talking about old man action heroes. And I was like, what about the old man super rock bands that are still on tour, that are still trying to
like
live,
Creed.
Like Creed.
Like Scott Stapp still got it.
He's got it. But like bands like bands that you may not have heard of, like White Lion or even like Poison or Motley Crue, like they're trying to still hang out to wearing those tight pants and that whole thing. Or even for that matter, Guns N' Roses, like Axl, man, he shredded his voice. He can't.
Yeah.
I think he still sounds, I mean, there's still that magic there, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. Like, how do you view bands and singers like that who are still kind of holding on to that old glory, and then they're still touring for whatever reason? You get it.
I get it.
Do you look at them and just kind of are you judgmental over the fact that they're still doing it?
No, I would only if they suck and they don't know it. Like, all right, as an example, and not that he's so this is a kind of not an example at all, but Corey Feldman. Like, he's still trying
not
to.
Not an example at all. I've seen him.
Like, that is. Did you see him sing? Like, it's terrible.
It's bad.
It's so bad.
He tries to does like this rock / Michael Jackson mash up type of person that he's become now. It is comical.
Yeah,
it's kind of like I felt like part of me was like, he can't be serious with this. He must be trying to be funny.
You would think.
Yeah.
But he's not. He's not. I saw a special on him saying that Michael Jackson offered, he's like, you could have a #1 hit with that song. And he's like, no, I don't want to do it because I don't want to be known as your prodigy and that you're the one that like got me to get to where I am. And like, what was Michael doing? I don't know. What was he thinking? Is that real? It's just
Corey's lying. That's what Corey's doing. When has Michael Jackson ever taken a prodigy on?
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, he did a little bit for his nephews. Remember, what was it, T3, that group comprised of Jermaine Jackson's kids, and he helped them a little bit, produce a little bit on their album. But that was it. He never had like a prodigy.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of people taking on bands, what about P. Diddy? So
he took on a band. Damn. He did that too. A whole band.
The prosecution has rested their case, and the defense has asked the judge to throw the whole thing out because they feel as though they didn't prove anything.
Yeah.
So now we're at that point where something's going to be made. Something's going to be said.
I said this months ago. Diddy is getting off.
You think so?
Diddy is going home. I'm telling you, they screwed the pooch. They did so much of trying to destroy his character and all this shit that he did from a sexual standpoint that really isn't illegal. Like, some of it was. Like, you can get him for sex trafficking, like, soliciting a prostitute.
Okay.
You could have gotten him for sex trafficking until it came out that a lot of the stuff Cassie was like down for and came back for it. Now, even though she was a victim, and victim's mentality is that you feel like you need your abuser in some capacity. I totally get it. 100% get it. But by her doing that, it sheds an air of doubt in the minds of the jury, in the judge, and the prosecutor, in the defense, like everybody. So it's like, even because it's not up to Diddy to prove it that he's innocent, it's up to him to prove he's not guilty.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's man, Diddy's going home. Diddy gonna be like Harlem shaking his ass right all the way to the to wherever he lives in Florida. He gonna be making. Ooh, he comes out with an album. Do you imagine how much money Diddy will make if he come out with an album after this? Diddy's gonna be paid. Y'all just did Diddy a favor. It's like the Johnny Depp effect.
Okay,
it wasn't as bad, but as soon as Amber Heard came out, well, it was like shit on his bed. She shit on his pillow.
Yeah.
All that abuse stuff came out.
Yeah. Johnny
Depp was the hottest thing for like 6 months. Everybody, Disney wanted him back. He was like, nah, fuck you. You didn't believe me when it meant something. I'm not coming back now. Like, and he was hot. He did what was the perfume or the cologne commercial he did where he's playing the fucking guitar in the desert. Like, Johnny Depp can get away with it. Yeah. So the Diddy effect is going to be very similar, if not bigger.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's all these psychics that were like, I had a reading or a vision that Diddy was going to go to jail at this month, this day, and it came out, it happened.
Yeah.
Did your psychic reading tell you that he was going to be going home in a year?
All right, so let's say he does get out. What is his next move outside of coming to the next album? Do you think he'll go on a revenge tour, like revenge, like musically or revenge? Like, I'm going to off some people.
I think he lays low. If Diddy gets out or he gets off, whatever, he lays low for about a year.
Okay.
6 months to a year, and then he does the interview. He gets paid from the interview. Who does the interview, 2020, Barbara Walters, whoever's doing an interview these days, and they're gonna sit down and we're gonna have a candid interview with Sean Diddy Combs about blah blah, and everybody's gonna tune into that shit. Then that's gonna be the marketing for the album that comes out.
Okay.
And he's gonna name it some shit like Rebirth or Can't Stop Me or some shit like that. Yeah. Like some really triumphant bullshit. Oh
my God. So if you are in his marketing team, that would be what so this is the advice you give him? Like go on.
100%.
Okay.
Go into hiding for like 6 months. Because 4 to 6 months, he's still on the radar. If you give it a year, it's too long. The public has forgot. Our attention span is like that, right? Yeah. 4 to 6 months, and just social media drops. Nothing but social media drops. Don't go out in public like Jay-Z. When all the stuff came out that Jay-Z might have abusers, like the 13-year-old girl from the VMAs or whatever, you heard nothing from Jay-Z. And then all of a sudden, Jay-Z's doing a concert in Paris, and everybody's there. It's like, what? Who knew Jay-Z was doing a concert in Paris? Like, Beyonce's mom's there dancing, Cardi B's there having a good old time. Nobody knew this shit was happening.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Get with, have a record with Kanye. Have a record with Kanye.
Wow.
Oh, man. Can you imagine
that would be
Diddy and Kanye?
Man.
Do it.
But don't they they can't stand each other, right?
So what? That's even better.
Yeah.
We came back. We hated each other. Kanye, Diddy, on the same page now, and just have them. And just don't release any music, but on the social media, just have videos with no sound of them in the studio. And Kanye just like bobbing, boom, 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 and then Diddy just bobbing. They're like, whatever they listen to, that shit must be fire because they is going hard. Because say what you want about Kanye, Kanye makes bangers. He makes like life-changing, world-changing music when he's in there and he's on point. So do that.
2028.
DJ Khaled. 2028
Kanye and Diddy ticket for president and vice president of the United States.
See, that's what people like you go too far. You go too far. It's funny because when the whole thing, the Kanye or Diddy stuff happened, it's like all of a sudden now it can't be enough that he might have abused these women or might have done these things. Now he's an alien. He's a plant from this, and that's where it gets off the rails. That stuff like that plants the doubt. Like, well, shit. He can't be an alien, can he?
Yeah.
And then you got the people like, well, can he? Why can't he be an alien? It's like this dumb motherfucker right here. Now, if we are asking questions that whether he's an alien or not, this might be the same person that's actually saying he might be guilty.
Right.
So it's like now you're like, you can't trust that.
So it comes back to why did this all happen? Why did they raid his house? Why? What is the real story?
I'm gonna tell you what the real story is. So, Diddy had no problems at all from the time that Bad Boy was making music in the early 90s to up until this happened. Mm-hmm. You never heard nothing about Diddy being like an abuser or predator, anything like that. What happened was Diddy went on this whole big thing. I'm Diddy love everybody. Mm-hmm. That's how he stayed on the radar. Bad Boy had no distribution. Like up the last 8, 9 years, Bad Boy didn't release an album. Diddy where did he getting all this money from? Mm-hmm. Then he sued the company, the spirits company that Ciroc was under for. I think it was like racial bias or racial or something with employees, employee abuse or something like that. That's when all this shit came out. Almost to the day, you didn't hear shit about Diddy. All you heard, Diddy was a billionaire. Somehow Diddy's a billionaire. Mm-hmm. And then that came out. He tried to sue them, and then all this shit went to hell. in a handbasket.
So who in that spirits company has the ability to get that kind of reaction from the federal?
I mean, come on, dude. It's like throw a rock. You'll hit one of them, somebody, or somebody that they're in bed with or somebody they're partnered with. Yeah, hell yeah.
So is it safe to say that there's corruption no matter what, whether it's on Diddy's side, the prosecution side?
Sure.
It's like there is some sort of nonsense going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the fuck Mark Wahlberg coming into the courtroom he has, all of a sudden, Mark Wahlberg has video from 2008 of Diddy doing some ill shit, right? And it never came out. Nobody knew about this. It's almost 20 years ago. Come on, dude. Yeah. Come on, man. Like, sometimes you gotta look. It's like, and if you're on the outside looking in and you see, oh shit, you're like, man, Mark Wahlberg has video of Diddy hanging somebody off a bridge or whatever, whatever it was.
Yeah.
You got nothing. Diddy, there was no smoke, nothing, no hint that Diddy was this person, right, up until now. And we knew Diddy was an asshole. We saw all the video making a band, making motherfuckers walk to Brooklyn to get him a piece of cheesecake
That's right.
just because he could.
Oh,
who does that?
Oh, my God.
Like, I want you, look, Playboy, I want you to walk to Brooklyn. If you really want this, you'll do it. I want you to walk to Brooklyn in the wintertime and buy me and get me a piece of cheesecake from Junior. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Wow. Yeah.
Are you serious? And they did it.
And they did it, yeah.
Because you want to be on Bad Boy. He was that big. He was that fucking big. And nobody from Bad Boy Records, all the Locks, Lil' Kim, Lil' C's, 112, none of these bands, none of them have come out and said anything. There's only two reasons for that. Either it never happened, or it happened on a much smaller scale than what they're making it out to, or they're that afraid of Diddy.
Yeah.
Got to be one or the other.
Yeah.
So, I ain't scared of Diddy. What Diddy gonna do?
All right. So to tangent to another high profile case, Blake Lively and, oh my God, I just forgot his name.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, but Blake Lively against, her co-star.
Oh, they try to steal the script from, what's that guy's name? What was that shitty movie called?
Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Okay, so Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni is another high-profile case where it's similar to the Amber Heard, but almost the same thing where Blake Lively is now being positioned as the guilty person, even though she's accusing Justin Baldoni. Right. So, but the judge just threw out Justin Baldoni's countersuit of defamation. So now it seems to be going into her lap a little bit. Yep. So is that happening because Ryan Reynolds has more of the power to pay off people, or is there? Yeah.
Sure. Ryan Reynolds is like the it guy in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ryan Reynolds, everyone loves that dude to the point that it's hard for you to believe. Like, I believe Diddy's an asshole. Maybe even if he did all this shit. It's hard to believe that Ryan Reynolds is an asshole, right? Because he's funny. He makes you laugh. You get the warm and fuzzies, And even with that, all that being said, when all the stuff with Blake Lively came out, he was pretty quiet in it, I do think that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds as a collective do have the power to stifle, what's his name, Baldoni, whatever. Yeah. And in a way that would kind of really cuff his hands. And man, he might be blacklisted by Hollywood. He might not be directing anything else anytime soon. So
Justin Baldoni has been known to be a good husband, that he supposedly, like Blake Lively was making the moves on him, and he has recordings that she accused him of saying, come to my whatever their RV or whatever and come watch me breastfeed. But yet she says she's accusing him that he barged in there and he wanted to watch her breastfeed and force her to do it. But he has text messages from her saying the exact opposite. So speculation is that she is suing him because she got rejected and she's all like bothered and offended, and she knows that she was in the wrong. So
man, who the fuck want to watch you breastfeed?
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna invite me, hey, you want to come see these titties? That's different. You know, like okay. Yeah, like I want to see like a baby attached to him. Hashtag sexy. Oh man, yeah, it's like that's yeah.
It's wild because now Justin Baldoni's attorney is also the attorney for Megyn Kelly, and Megyn Kelly is like going after Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, saying that they're what's wrong with Hollywood because they're these high profile people that are influential and to the Diddy kind of effect where they can get whatever they want and get away with it. Well, I don't know.
I mean, I can see it that way. Like they have a lot of power. They got a lot of pull in Hollywood. And the fact that the judge just threw the case out kind of says a lot.
Doesn't speak
it's
well.
Like, because they wanted to go away like immediately. They didn't, let's not drag this shit out.
Yeah.
Let's make this go away.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, why don't you just pay the dude off? Ryan Reynolds, you got plenty of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that Wolverine Deadpool money. You got that $700 million opening weekend money.
Man.
Yeah, dude, come on, man.
There ain't nothing coming out that's going to be equivalent to that. There's like, what's coming out that is ever going to be that?
Nope. I beg to differ because we got Man of Steel, or we got Man of Steel. Sorry, sorry, James. We got Superman.
Oh, you think that's going to be?
Superman will be the biggest comic book movie that we've had since Spider-Man Far From Home, or what was the last one? No Way Home.
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
I don't know about that.
Yep. Watch.
They well, so I was listening to George Lucas talk about Star Wars and coming up with scripts. So before we come back to this is my train of thought. George Lucas did an interview on the Turner Channel Network about Star Wars, and I forgot that he came out with American Graffiti. And American Graffiti was the largest grossing movie ever, and I think it still is based on the amount of, or the opening weekend, based on the amount of budget that was spent for it. And the movie studio thought, or the publishers or whatever, I can't remember what that is, but they were just like, this ain't gonna happen. This needs to go right to television. And he's like, nope, it needs to go into the theater. And he pushed and pushed and pushed, and he had a lot of people come in and watch it, did test screenings in the theater, and they're like, man, this needs to go into the theaters. So, and then he talked about rewrites as far as when it came to Star Wars. So Star Wars, he was like, you need to rewrite a movie until you feel it's right. So all this stuff about talking about rewrites, I always thought that people were saying that that's a sign that that's a bad thing, but they're not feeling good about the way the script is, and they're not feeling that it's the right, whatever the right thing. So the director and the writers have every right to do that. So I say all this because Superman is getting the same kind of pushback, saying that there's rewrites, there's scenes being cut. Supposedly a scene is being cut because of the fan reaction to the trailers. So I don't know if it's the flying scene or something.
Yeah.
So there's like, so I'm wondering, like, is Superman getting, are they starting to feel the pressure of like, man, if we don't come out with a banger, like, and they do the rewrites to the point, or do they start cutting stuff to the point where it ruins the movie? I don't know.
Yeah. So a couple of questions there. It is pivotal that the new DCU with James Gunn at the helm have a great intro movie.
100%.
This has to be good.
Yeah.
Partially because the DCEU was so bad. Mm-hmm. And the one time that we had a glimmer of success from the DCEU was the Snyder cut of the Justice League.
Yep.
And if James Gunn doesn't produce a great film, all of the fanboys and all the haters are going to go online and say, see,
Yeah.
you should have kept Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
You had to for this to be successful.
Yeah.
Now, on the other side of that coin, the marketing machine behind this movie has been, I can't remember the last time I saw this shit. I mean, you got the crypto popcorn buckets. I feel like this is like a $200 popcorn bucket.
Oh boy.
It looks ridiculous. How they're releasing the trailers and what they're releasing in the trailers of the movie is genius, right? You give us enough to where we start to fall in love with Superman again. Like I thought Henry Cavill was a great Superman.
Oh yeah.
I thought Tom Welling was a great Superman, right? We haven't had a love affair as like Americans, as society, have not had a love affair with Superman since Christopher Reeves. Like what you felt when you saw Superman, he had that little S on his head. It was like quintessential American, what it was like to be an American hero, right?
Yeah.
He was kind. He was strong. He gave you, he was the ladies' man, even though he tried not to be.
Right.
He was everything that you wanted to be as a man from a social standpoint.
Right.
He made you want to like wrap a blanket around your neck and run around the yard like you were flying.
Yeah.
We haven't had that.
Yeah.
I feel like this Superman gives us that again. And partially because of what James Gunn gives us visually, and partially because he did such a great job of casting for the role of Superman. I think it's going to be the best movie that we've seen since Endgame. Because I liked Spider-Man, but I don't think it was like it. A lot of the success of that movie was based on the success of Infinity War and Endgame.
Okay.
Like we wanted to see more of that.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a great debut film I think it's going to destroy Fantastic Four.
For sure.
I think it's going to destroy Fantastic Four. I think Fantastic Four comes out 2 weeks after this movie. And they better hope that this movie is bad. And the people who see it opening weekend talk so much shit that the next 2 weeks it does shit. Because if it doesn't, Fantastic Four is going to get decimated.
Yeah. Marvel is, well, okay, so before we jump to that, I think he's going to recycle Guardians, that whole idea of what made Guardians so successful. So I'm afraid that Superman is going to come across like a Star-Lord, and they're going to use that. They're going to use more humor and more of a lighter, which I don't mind it, but it's like it's such a move away from Henry Cavill's Superman that it's now going to be, I don't know if it's going to be considered more of a joke. Yeah. So
see, that's what I think is going to be a huge plus for it, is that it is so moving so far away from the Henry Cavill Superman, because ever since Rebirth, the New 52s, and then Rebirth after that, Superman has been a lot more of what we see now, a little bit more jovial. He's kind of understanding. Like, the fact that he is so overpowered is actually pretty fucking funny. Like, I'm Superman. He's like, I'm Superman, and he's understanding of that in more recent IP. And I think that James Gunn being able to capture that, and he understanding, like, this shit, it's tough, but I am Superman. Like the whole scene with him arguing with Lois about what it means that he kind of intervenes in a lot of these world issues. He's like, I stopped a war from happening. People were going to die. Like, who were you representing? I'm not representing anyone. I'm just helping people. And so the fact that this argument between those two was like so visceral, right? Like, the Superman we're used to seeing was incapable of doing that. Don't raise your voice. You're Superman. You got to chill. You got to keep everything in the pocket because you can really hurt somebody, Like, him being able to understand that and still have human emotions is going to be so huge, man, because that's what we haven't had. We had everything, with the Henry Cavill Superman, everything was very like close to the vest, very controlled.
Yeah.
And even though you can't go too crazy because you might break something, right?
Yeah.
You still are human. You grew up in Smallville. You're from Kansas. You have adopted all these human-like traits, but you're still like acting like you're above everyone, even though you feel like you have to be.
Yeah.
You're still acting like you're above everyone. Yeah. So I think, and then the Lex Luthor character. Oh man, I think that. The way that they're going to play off, I think it's going to be great.
Okay.
I can't speak enough about it.
Okay.
And then you have Fantastic Four that's going to be sandwiched between that and Jurassic World. It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
It is going to be rough.
Yeah.
And even though Jurassic World is like a Disney film, right? That's owned by Disney, right?
I don't know.
I mean, I think it
is it because it's like Jurassic Park. Is it on Disney property, Universal property?
Doesn't Disney own Universal?
No.
Okay. Tell us in the comments if that's true or not, because I don't know why I thought that Jurassic World doing well was going to be a benefit for Disney in the long run. So even if F4 did badly, that. Yeah, they'll still be okay.
I think Jurassic is on Universal Parks, so it's owned by Universal, which is not part of Disney. Because the Velociraptor, the Velocicoaster, was on Universal property. So I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
I'm stoked, man. And then we have like banger after banger after banger from the DCU coming out. We got Peacemaker coming out. We have Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. We got the Batman movie coming out. So
wait, what? Batman movie?
Yeah, you got Batman coming out. They're doing so the original plan was to do like a Batman and Damian Wayne movie, like a Batman and Robin thing, but it looks like they're gonna try to use or do another Batman film with Edward Twilight guy. What's his name? Robert
Pattinson. Yeah. Okay.
So wow. And I don't know how I feel about having two Batmen. Like I think that was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see that there's a plan to kind of roll Pattinson's Batman into the DCU. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I don't think we have a script evidently for Batman, but we don't have an actor. We don't have a Batman yet for the DCU, nor do we have a Wonder Woman yet. While we have a script, but no Wonder Woman. So.
Do you think the original TV series Batman would ever do well today?
With Adam West?
The Adam West, the whole thing.
Yeah. I think it will be great today with the slapstick type of humor. Like, we have a lot of shows that are doing that again now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it would do well.
We were just surfing on streaming services, and we're trying to find something new to watch, and I just find that everything is super heavy or super violent or gory. So we try to watch Peacemaker. Couldn't get
no, you talking about what?
Yeah.
You talking about stuff that's not violent and gory and shit. You went to the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That's great.
Because I thought it was going to be more comedic and funny and like, although I did love Creature Commandos, but I had to watch that by myself. But I thought we were talking, it was like Wendy might be okay with it, but no, it was too over the top. Kind of funny, but yeah. So anyway, we're just trying to find. So that's why I asked. I was like, I wonder if that kind of slapstick, over the top, silly shows would even work on it.
I think it would. I think there's so much content out there. There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a audience for comedy like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like trying to be serious, but definitely has a comic undertone. You're looking for something to watch. Today's Tuesday, so Ironheart is out today.
Oh.
Yeah, so definitely going to start watching that. We're watching Love Island right now. So yo, my wife got me on that shit hardcore, dude.
Yeah.
That shit is different. I thought 90 Day Fiance was crazy. Love Island is crazy because they're all in this like resort. They're in Fiji and they're in a resort together, and that's all they have to do. There's no TV. You don't leave the resort.
Yeah.
Right. And so you have like 6 girls, 6 guys, and they decide whether they're gonna couple up or not. And they introduce like as soon as like they start like you have a couple, a guy and a girl who like start vibing, and they're like, we're a couple, we're falling in love. And remember, this is like days. Yeah. It's not a long time. Yeah. They'll like bring in a chick that is like the perfect type for the dude that's already in a couple. Dude, it's so fucked up. It's so crazy, dude. I love that show. There's a chick on there named Huda. Oh man, she is. I'm not gonna say. Okay. she's baddie. She's baddie, dude. Yeah. And what makes it crazy is that she kind of gravitated to this one guy, Jeremiah, immediately. And so they're like in a couple, and they call themselves closed off, where they're not open to meet anyone else. Well, Jeremiah didn't get this memo.
Oh no.
And then when she realized that he was kind of starting to wander a little bit, she got possessive. It was rough, dude. Wow. She was like, and then she started. The problem, if you're that way, first of all, you probably shouldn't be on a show like this.
100%.
But the major problem was she started like calling him out his name, calling him like a bitch, he's this and that, because he was trying to navigate the situation and knowing that, all right, you're too much. I need to like kind of bring it back a little bit and try to meet other people. But she was having no parts of it, and she let him know. She let everybody know. And she just really just rubbed everybody the wrong way. So it's great. It's on Peacock. Check it out. It's good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be one that's going to be on our list.
Yeah, don't get into it, because if you do, you'll be hooked.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's crazy. Wendy will be hooked.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Dysfunctional relationships, and they're based on just solely like whatever. I don't know if that's always the...
Shit, welcome to America. Dysfunctional relationships based on.
We try to be better.
Shit, welcome to the new world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of jumping back into the fight gossip. John Jones announced his retirement. We were talking about this past weekend, and it's just funny how you brought it up, and all of a sudden the next day he announces his retirement.
Yeah. We So yeah, John Jones, the great. Like, I feel like we can all agree, most of us can agree that John Jones is probably the greatest mixed martial artist of all time.
100%.
Right? You got some other guys that get honorable mention, like, the Anderson Silvas and the Mighty Mouses and stuff like that. But I think we can all agree that John Jones is like that dude, right? Well, evidently John Jones has some legal issues, some more legal issues. So, and I don't know if this is the reason that he's retiring, but he called Dana and said, this is a wrap for me. So yeah, there's a lot of speculation on why this is happening. We kind of talked about it the other day. Yeah. And I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but so the rumor is that the PFL offered the UFC and Dana White a winner-takes-all fight between John Jones and Francis Ngannou, right? So if Francis wins, the PFL and Francis split the entire gate, everything.
Wild.
And if John Jones wins, then UFC and John splits the entire gate. PFL gets nothing. And Dana said no. While I don't think Dana said no because he doesn't think that John Jones can beat Francis Ngannou, I do think that Dana does enjoy having a stranglehold on MMA as we see it, right? Like, there's the UFC is it now. You have a couple organizations like the PFL, and I don't even know if Bellator is still doing anything, but Dana, like, they're the monopoly. They're it, right? And to give any possibility that the PFL get a leg up or start to build a momentum, Dana's like, no. So the rumor is that John Jones retired so he can get out of his contract, so he can take that fight. I don't know if it'll be under a PFL banner. I don't know if it'll be co-promoted by another organization, but maybe Jake Paul will promote it. I know that he's doing some stuff with PFL. I don't know, but
do you think he does that because he feels like he does it the best, and he doesn't? Is he's the one that basically made MMA relevant single-handedly?
I don't know if he feels that way. I don't think that's true.
Or is this greed?
Or Dana?
Yeah.
No, I think it's just greed.
Yeah.
And I think it's strategic for sure.
Yeah.
Like, why would you give your competition any opportunity to, grow?
Yeah.
Right. So,
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Like, I would love to see it. I don't think there's Aspinall, while he's a good fighter, I don't think he's John. Like, the people out there, y'all got to stop with this. John Jones is scared to fight. Like, you got to stop that.
People, that's
John
everywhere.
Jones, would destroy. And I feel like the people who know, right? But I guess you got to do this to pump the fight and say, okay, he might have a chance. But even though I don't think that Francis Ngannou can beat John Jones, I feel like he has the best chance out there of anyone of beating John Jones. And, if he catches him one time, the dude has so much punching power, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I would love to see that fight. The only fight in the UFC heavyweight division I would want to see John is Pereira. I want to see Pereira come up and fight him, but now obviously that's not going to happen. So
yeah, you said that last time.
Yeah, man. Then going back to talking about Jake Paul, he's fighting this weekend, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. So you got that. There's a bunch of shit going on this weekend.
Is it true that when he fought Tyson, he lost, and he still walked away with a $30 million paycheck?
Tyson did?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul didn't lose.
He didn't lose?
When he fought Mike Tyson? No, he won. He won,
Somebody wrote a headline. It was a fight thing. Did he fight him twice? Any lost? No? Okay.
No, he fought and won. And I feel like was it Problem Child? MVP. MVP is his promotion company.
Yeah.
And if you're promoting a fight, you're the A side. Yeah, you're gonna make a buttload of money. He should have. I feel like $30 million is modest.
Yeah.
Didn't Conor make $194 million to fight, or was it 94 or $194 million to fight Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think bare minimum was a $94 million.
Yeah, I think it was.
So and that was what? Almost 10 years ago? How far? What year was
that? Been that long?
Was it like 2017, 2018?
Wow. Yeah.
Whatever it was. But
has Jake Paul ever lost anything?
He lost to Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury. That's what I'm talking about.
Tommy Fury beat him.
Tommy Fury. That's the fight I'm thinking of, is where he lost and he still walked away with
$30 million.
$30 million.
Yeah, but even in that fight, he was also the A side too. So
okay. Yeah.
So it's smart. He's a smart businessman. Him and Logan, they're all smart businessmen. So but they've been doing it for a very long time. What they do, as far as using social media to springboard other opportunities or other business ventures that they have, there's nobody better than them.
Yeah.
They've been doing it since they were like 10 years old.
Yeah.
So, yeah, of course. They've had they've been monetized on YouTube for what? 15 years, 16
At
years?
least, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Social media is wild. And before we close up, there's one thing I came across that I've now absolutely love watching, and it's AI, but it's AI generated. It's a Stormtroopers vlog. Have you seen that?
No.
Dude, it is hilarious. It is literally just Stormtroopers. It's like 10, 15-minute segments, or 10. There's one 10-second segment is hilarious where a Stormtrooper walks into the set of Seinfeld. He's like, am I in the set of Seinfeld? Or it's like these cutscenes of them they're in TIE Fighter, or they're in an Imperial Starfighter, or whatever aircraft they're in, and they're trying to figure out how to pilot it. It's hilarious. I wish I could pull it up and play it for you. But dude, AI is scary and brilliant all at the same time.
All at the same time, man. It's nuts.
There's like these AI videos coming out where they are saying like, we're here and the storm surge is about to come and it's going to drown the entire city. And by the way, mom and dad, this is AI. It's not real. And dude, it's the most realistic looking thing I've ever freaking seen.
There's a lot of stuff out there that looks so real and it's crazy. Have you seen the AI, the baby Theo Von?
Oh, I love it. Dude, it's the best.
The baby Theo Von is the funniest shit on the internet right now.
And like and there's a couple different iterations of it, but like there's one that is so accurate to Theo, like capturing his like mannerisms. And who's the Asian guy that he
I forgot. Oh, what's that comedian? I think he used to be on Mad TV. I forgot that comedian's name, but that shit is funny. Yeah, he was like, when he asking, do you think all Asians, he was asking something, you think all Asians do something? He was like, I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not like the king of the Asians. He's like, you're not?
It's so good.
Dude, God. It's hilarious stuff, man. I can't wait to see AI pregnant Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. It's going to happen.
Wait, are they still together?
Yeah. Well, if you haven't heard anything, they probably are.
Yeah.
If you heard a song coming out,
she needs to make some money.
She's going to talk about that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that he hasn't put a baby in her yet. That would be the first thing I would do. If I was dating Taylor Swift, come on, man. Come on. Are you dumb?
Oh my God.
Dude, men put babies in women all the time. They don't have a fraction of the money they Taylor Swift has. You better go get it.
You better get it.
Don't be dumb. You can't play football forever, bro.
Yeah. Wow. Cool, man. Well, it's about that time. Leaving on the Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I know, man. We always got to talk about Tay up here.
Yeah.
If you haven't done it yet, please like, subscribe, hit the alert button so you get all our new podcasts when they come out.
Yeah. Awesome.